Glory to God, we are here again, right? And I know that you are set for the special blessings that we have for you in this year. All right, so this week, what we are discussing, is captioned a holy people. A holy people. Many times when people hear this beautiful caption, what first comes, to their mind is a certain level of pious living and certain sanctimonious living and all that. That is great. That is wonderful. But to you, the Christian, to you, the child of God, the reason why the Lord will give us this caption to discuss is for our understanding to be open and for our eyes to see clearly the Lord's special purpose in us as a holy people, called to live a special kind of life on earth. So as a young person, when you hear this word that you are a holy person, what comes to your mind? In the Bible, we are exposed to this beautiful thought that says that, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation. It says, but you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and a holy nation. That means that as the church of God, we are God's holy nation. And as you, as an individual, you as a young person, you are the Lord's holy person, set forth to live a certain kind of life on the earth. Now the question to ponder over is, what does it mean to be tagged as a holy person? What does it mean? When you hear this word, what comes to your mind? The special reason, the reason why the Lord gives us this special word to discuss is that He wants us to know that as a Christian, as a young person, your life is not like the lives of those in the world. The other day Jesus said, but ye are in the world, but you are not of the world. The fact that you find yourself in the world, the fact that you find yourself, talking, living, relating with people and with things in the world, doesn't necessarily make you a part of those in the world. And that is the special word the Lord wants us to have in our minds. That you as a Christian, your life is different. You have been called out of darkness into light. You have been called out of the many into a specialized kind of living. So you have to understand, as a young person, as a young Christian, that the Lord said, but you are a chosen generation. You are a royal priesthood and a holy nation. That means that the church is the holy nation of God. The entire church is God's holy nation. And by extension, you as a young person, you are a holy person in that bigger bracket of the church being God's holy nation. What kind of life is required of you as a holy person? To be holy means that you are apart from something. To be holy means that you are separate from something. To be holy means that, you have been called out of something. So that means that as a Christian, as a young person, you have been called out of, a certain lifestyle, out of a certain way of life, a certain common living, into a specialized living. Holiness can be seen, to be antonymous with common living. That means that if somebody is not holy, the person can be seen to be common. Can be seen to be common. So God called us from a common way of life. God called you as a young person in senior high school, in university, in junior high school. He called you from darkness. He called you from sin. He called you from a wayward lifestyle into a certain kind of a lifestyle. And that is what distinguishes you from those in the world. Like I said, in the beginning, the Lord Jesus said, ye are in the world, but you are not of the world. The fact that you find yourself in this sphere of life doesn't mean that all that happens here should have an impact, should direct the course of your life. That is why, I said early on that holiness is not just about pious living. It's not just about, the way you dress. It's not just about the way you talk. Though that becomes the fruit of what has been worked in your heart. That becomes, the outward fruits that people see. If you truly come to understand that you have been called from a common lifestyle, you have been called from a common way of life into a specialized living. So, in this first part of our discussion, I want you to understand that your life is different. Your life is unique. Your life is special. Your life is not common. Don't see yourself as all those in the world. Don't see yourself. And you see, in the next part, I'm going to be focusing on the practical ways to live a holy life. The practical ways. And that will help you to understand why I'm emphasizing on the fact that it all starts with your understanding of who you are as a Christian, who you are as a young person, on that campus, at that workplace, in that environment, in that school, who you are. That you are not common, you're not ordinary. One day my pastor said an amazing thing in church. He said that, if you should look at the lifestyle of the royals, from England, the family of the Queen of England, you realize that they are seen as the royals. And they are trained how to walk. They are trained how to dress. They are trained how to eat. They are trained how to talk than the ordinary English person. Why do you think so? I'll go deeper in our next part. See you.